Alright, so we're going to play a little moral dilemma game here. For those of you who don't know, the trolley problem, it's basically a very well-known moral dilemma where you have to kind of sacrifice human beings. It's not the coolest thing, not the funnest thing. Or you're standing by a train track and you have 5 people on one train track. They're tied to it, they can't move. Then you have one person on another train track and the train is coming. And what you can do is decide to pull the lever. Now the train is heading towards the 5 people. So do you want 5 people to die or do you want 1 person to die? When you have time to think about it, you're like, well, maybe I should probably just kill the 1 person because then at least these 5 people survive, right? But then other people sort of think that they would do nothing, because if you actually can put yourself in the real situation, some people freeze, some people freak out. The problem gets far more absurd as we go along, and you'll see what I mean by that. So for this first one, a trolley's heading towards 5 people. You can pull a lever to divert it to the other track, killing 1 person instead. So what do? If I have the timing to do this, normally I think maybe you shouldn't actually interfere at all, because then it almost seems like you're the one that's intentionally killing this person. Somebody with malintent put these people here, right? These people just didn't get here by chance. But if you actually have the chance to do it and you're right there, I would say that I would pull the lever. But if I had just stumbled upon this and I have no idea what's going on and they're all screaming at me, I'm probably not gonna do anything. So but if I had the chance to think about it, I'm pulling the lever. And so we kill this 1 person, right? And so 73% of people who have done this out of almost 13 million people agree with that. And I think most people, yeah, generally speaking, would agree with that. This 27%, you could be some crazy fucking people. You could just be people that are joking, like they don't care, like I'm not gonna do anything. Or they're like, I can't make that decision to actually kill someone. This 27% right here, they're probably thinking, if I pull the lever, I'm the one that's killing the person. So I'm not gonna feel good about that. Alright, so level 2. A trolley's heading towards 5 people. You can pull a lever and divert it to 4 people instead. What do? So it's either 5 or 4 people. It's like you get 1 more person. So you're gonna have to sacrifice the lesser of the 2 evils. Not a good situation, but I guess the 4 people are dying on this one. 68 people. See, some people changed their mind. They basically were like, now I'm feeling a little bit more pressure with 4 people. It's like you probably don't even have time to count. And it's like, do you really want to pull it? But if you know it's 4 and 5, you might as well save that extra person. I mean, see, like, look at this. This is absolutely insane. That anybody, like, you should not be this tied to material things. That you would you would keep your life savings over 5 people. I don't care if they're strangers. Like, you have no idea. These are actual human beings that could help you, could help other people, could go on to help other people. Like, you keeping your life savings, it's an easy question for people who don't really have a life savings. Like younger people, it's an easier question. But this is everything that you've ever had. Everything you own getting completely destroyed. We're saving the 5 people. I mean, this would be, sacrificing 5 people would be one of the hardest things to live with, and you can always make more money. So we're gonna save the people. And the fact that 40, oh my god, dude, are you actually kidding? Is this a meme? Are you guys joking? You would keep your money over 5 people? Like, oh, I don't know these 5 people. Oh, okay. Alright, so this one's going towards 5 people. You can pull a lever to divert the other track, sacrificing yourself instead. A lot of people would be terrified to do this. but I've actually thought about this several times, and I would think, if you sacrifice your life here, you save these 5 people. If you let these 5 people die, and you're someone who saves lives regularly, I guess I really don't. But if I had the potential to save more lives down the line, I'd probably think about saving myself. But I guess in the act of giving the potential to spare these 5 people, and they don't have a chance at all. Like they don't even have a say in what I do. I think I'm gonna have to go with myself. Just like literally thinking about it, like in the moment, that's my first instinct would be like, oh yeah, what? Who's to say my life is more valuable than those people? You know, I can't determine that in that moment. So it's like I'm just gonna go. You know, a lot of people. It says a lot of people disagree. They would let the people die because they value themselves, and you know, to an extent, you should value yourself. You should value what you put forth, and that you don't want to die. But 5 people, I mean, you are in such a bad position just as they are. You are in the same position as they are, except you get to decide their fate, which is really not good. So I mean, you might as well sacrifice yourself, because at least the last thing you did was a good thing. Divert it to the other track with the original copy of the Mona Lisa. What are we talking about? I want to know whose crazy ass 26%. You son of a bitch. You sons of bitches. 26% of you would save the Mona Lisa painting? You're telling me 26% of you are just that big of painting art fans. The trolley's heading towards a rich man. The rich man offers you $500,000 to pull the lever, which would divert the trolley and kill someone else. What do you do? Okay. So, here's the issue, is that just because a guy's rich, you know, socioeconomic status has no bearing on what type of person they are. People look at rich people as they're not doing enough for society, especially when you're poor. You just think that rich people aren't doing it, but like most of the time, people are rich for like creating, inventing. This is not all the time, but a lot of times they're already contributing to society. It's just for a small price. It's just the fact that a lot of people count on whatever this person created, and that's why they're rich, and that's why they were able to make other people rich, is because of the products and services that they put forward to benefit humanity. Well, I wouldn't think to kill a rich man, especially if he was like that. But like, the whole problem with this, the only splitting factor here, is that he's bribing you. If it was simply, you have to kill the rich man or the poor man, he's bribing you. That's the problem, and that's why it says level 6, the bribery. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. I don't care. Like, that has no bearing on what type of person you are. Bribing somebody, I don't care how much money it is. I have the potential in my life to make as much money as possible. A guy offering me $500,000 to kill somebody else. Well, there's not enough money to tell me to do that. There is no amount of money to tell me to do that. I'm gonna pull the lever. No, I'm not gonna. It's only because he bribed. That is it. That's the only reason. It didn't matter if he was, you know, I probably would have done nothing regardless, just because they're on equal standing. These two people are on equal standing. The only reason it goes against him is because he's asking you to put a number on somebody else's life. He's literally asking you to put in. You don't even know who this other person. You have no idea who this other person is. Cats and dogs and birds and stuff like that. Everyone kind of sees that as like far more closer to humans than something like a lobster and 5 lobster, because it's like you eat these lobsters, but it's like some people eat cats. So like, how do you even determine any of this? It's like, because a cat will relate to you. A cat will look you in the eye. The way a lobster looks like, it doesn't seem like it would be very close by to the way humans are. And so, are we really just deciding because one thing looks familiar to us that we should treat that as higher in the hierarchy of sentience, which is why we should pick that thing? I think for the simple fact, in society we do generally just eat lobster. We don't really eat cats. Like, people generally don't eat cats. I would do nothing and just let the lobsters go. 5 sleeping people who won't feel any pain. You can pull a lever to do it. See, this is the thing. This is like some abortion shit. Be like, oh, the baby, I don't want it to live outside the womb and be poor and feel pain, and I don't want it. So I'm just going to kill it inside my body and have it taken out limb by limb. Or I'm going to take a pill and take a vagina dump and leave it in a toilet somewhere. Because it's like, oh, they're not going to feel any pain. Yeah, like, so what you're saying is that you can just kill people who are in a coma? Like, what are you trying to say with this one? The fact that, I mean, this has no difference from the original 5-on-1. So, I mean, yeah, this is weird. Like, okay, these people aren't gonna feel anything, except the fact that they're no longer going to feel anything anyways. You see what I mean? Like, this person probably is very, very upset with you because they're like, oh, they don't even know what's happening and you're gonna kill me? Yeah, they're probably upset with you, but like, just because they wouldn't be able to feel it doesn't mean that they're not gonna have the potential to feel something later, you know? And if you can save 5 people, are you telling me that they're not gonna wake up? I don't, it doesn't say that. A trolley's heading towards 5 people who tied themselves to the track. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing one person who accidentally tripped on the track instead. What do you do? Well, if you put yourself there, you need to check that out, because like, you must be in some kind of religious cult or something if you're gonna tie yourself to a train track. A trolley heading towards 5 people, lever just speeds up the trolley, which makes it less painful. What do you do? This is the same as the first one, so actually I fucked that up. I meant to wait. Oh, it just speeds up the trolley. Okay, so it doesn't divert it at all. This isn't like the first one. It's, yeah, level 10, mercy. Yeah, you're showing them mercy by making it go faster. They're gonna be upset with you, but they're gonna be upset with you for about half a second. Trolley heading towards one guy. You can pull a lever to divert it to the other track, but your Amazon package will be late. Yeah, I don't give a shit. What kind of decision is that? You guys are disgusting. 23% of you people. That's messed up. Once you enter into the personal territory. I mean, the thing is that the way my friends and I think, they would definitely tell me to spare these people. So it's dark, but I know for a fact that they would tell me to Gonna have to let this happen. Kind of messed up. You know, if you don't know these people at all, but the moral dilemma is that, you know, you'd be murdering 5 people. In this one, somebody did this to your friend, and you just had the potential to, you somehow had the potential to try to stop it, but this was already done. Like, this was already decided. You just happened to be there. Charlie's heading towards 5 people. At least you think that's what's happening. You forgot your glasses and can't see. What do you do? Well, if you can't see, and this what it seems like, I would say you should use your other senses and like think about like what you're hearing, and if you can determine kind of what you're hearing and connect it with what you're seeing, and you know that this is one person, then I would say pull the lever. But if you really don't know, I'd probably do nothing. Honestly. First cousin, second cousin. Try heading towards your first cousins. You can pull a lever, divert the other, killing 3 of your second cousins instead. What do you do? That's really messed up, man. I think my first cousin's a little older, and they would probably want me to save their children. So, do nothing. A baby and 5 elderly people. Oh man, the elderly people would probably want you to save the baby. And although the baby is one person, this is the beginning of their life, and these people have essentially lived out their lives. But everyone has the right to live. Is the problem. You know, we don't know if these people are gonna, like, there's gonna be some sort of development in science where older people will be able to live substantially longer, and they'll never get to experience that because you killed them or you let them die. But I think the elderly people would be convincing you to spare the baby, so we'll do nothing. Clones and you can pull the lever to divert to the other track, sacrificing yourself instead. What do you do? Well, the clones, clones are just like replication. Like, it's not even really you. It's just a replication. A trolley's heading towards a mystery box with a 50% chance of containing 2 people. So you have a 50% chance that there's 2 people in there. Or what, no people? Or 1 person? What do you mean? Or you can pull a lever to divert to the other track, hitting a mystery box with a 10% chance of 10 people inside. What do you do? Oh man. If you're going based off the math, both of them are 1/10. Or both of them are potentially 1 person, right? 10% chance of 10 people. Yeah, so it's a 90% chance that there's no people in there. And it's a 50% chance that there's also no people in there. You have a higher chance with the 90%. Right? You have a higher chance with the 90%. I mean, you'd be killing less people here. You'd be killing less people on the 2 in general. But then there might not be anybody in this one at all. And you have a really high probability. But you probably kill 10. I'm taking my chances. Going to the casino. Heading towards 5 sentient robots. What? They're robots. They were formulated in a lab. A sentient robot, though. A sentient robot means that they think like a human. They have actual autonomy. That's pretty... Because if they were made exactly how we were made... But that's still the thing. There's still a program. The robot is still a program. I don't think... Even if the robot had free will, you'd still be able to override the programming. That's the thing, though, is that you can also socially program human beings. Just like you could program a robot. It's more complex, and it's not a 100% thing. You can 100% reverse engineer robots. I don't know. You can't always 100% reverse engineer a human being. But you can definitely cause confusion and mess with social cohesion in order to manipulate people. I mean, you can make them do things that they wouldn't normally do. But, yeah. We'll have to go with humans for this one, because humans made the robot. The robots wouldn't even exist if humans didn't exist, so let's keep it real here. A trolley's heading towards 3 empty trolleys with $900,000. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, hitting 1 empty trolley with $300,000 instead. Wait, I don't get it. Economic damage. Okay. So the purpose of this one is like... Oh, it's gonna mess up. So you're not getting this money, you're just causing damage. But you'd probably want to cause less damage, right? You'd probably just want to cause less damage. I don't get why you would disagree with that. Why would you let it... Unless you have like a problem with the way societies ran and you want to cause economic damage, I guess that's what that would be. 100 kilograms of CO2 per year, which will kill 5 people over 30 years. You can pull a lever to divert to the other track, hitting a brick wall and decommissioning the trolley. Well, you didn't really give me like... You didn't really give me like a problem with... I mean, then you wouldn't have a trolley. It's the thing is that somebody's still gonna build a new train. Somebody's gonna make another train, and this dilemma. If we're being consistent with the 100 kilograms of CO2 killing 5 people, if that remains true, this is over 30 years. So you know that this is gonna happen somehow. I guess for some reason, if you know it's gonna happen, then you would let the train crash, right? But somebody's gonna build a new one anyway, so I mean... Okay. You're a reincarnated being who will eventually be reincarnated as every person in this classic trolley problem. What do you do? Need to kill 5 of me? So then I can be the only reincarnation? Or am I going to be... Wait a minute. I'm pulling the lever. There's a me over there and there's 5 me's over there. So there's 7 me's in this dilemma. I guess I'll just pull the lever then. Because you're just killing one of you instead of... Like, what? Why is this down the middle? Like, what? Probably because it doesn't really matter. I don't know. Maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know. Trolley is heading towards nothing, but you kind of want to prank the trolley driver. What do you do? Oh, I'm pranking him. Yeah, I'm pranking him. Pranking the hell out of this guy. That's not... You don't get that chance often. You don't get that chance to do that often. Okay. Good citizen and a bad citizen who litters. Oh, man. This guy's littering? What the heck? Oh, that's disgusting. No, I don't know. You can't really judge somebody on Like, if he murdered somebody and raped a child or something, then yeah, maybe. But like, good citizen, you're making the decision to kill this guy because he litters. I don't know if that's good enough. I don't think you can really decide. See, that's the 82% disagree. So you want me to kill this guy? You want me to be the deciding factor in this guy's life because he litters? Yeah, I don't know about that. Construction era, trolley's stuck in an eternal loop. If you pull the lever, the trolley will explode. If you don't, it'll go on circles for eternity. What do you do? Eternity would mean that it never stops. So they would just keep living. Forever. They would have eternal life. Which would not be fun for them. Wouldn't be good for them. So I'd probably blow it up. It just wouldn't be a good time. Heading towards your worst enemy. You can pull a lever to divert the trolley and save them. Or you can do nothing. And no one will ever know. Nobody is your worst enemy. I can't believe it. Wait, you guys outweighed this? You guys outweighed this and you killed your worst enemy? I hope you have a very good fucking reason for that. The trolley is heading towards a person and will lower their lifespan by 50 years. You can pull a lever to divert the trolley and lower the lifespan of 5 people by 10 years. What do you do? That's kind of messed up, man. Lower their lifespan by 50 years. So you're saying that if they're 20, they're probably going to die in like 10 years. If they're 10, they're going to die in like 20 years. So, and they might die in an instant. Depending on how old they are. But these other people would get 10 years taken off. I think it's pretty much the same as the first thing. You just gotta let this guy lose some life, I guess. Oh, you guys split it amongst the 5? Maybe it's because they wouldn't really notice. And this guy would definitely notice. He'd be like, what the hell? I'm dying tomorrow. But the truth is that you're causing the same. It'd be the same type of sacrifice of him losing his life over the 5. It's technically he's still losing his life, but he didn't really lose his life. He just has a shorter life. Trolley's heading towards 5 people. You can pull a lever to divert it to the other track, sending the trolley to a future to kill 5 people 100 years from now. What do you do? 5 people 100 years from now? So you probably wouldn't be around to see it. You have no idea it's gonna happen. No one's really gonna know it was you that did it in the future. You gotta live with these people now. Oh, I'm gonna pull the lever. A trolley problem is playing out before you. Do you actually have a choice in the situation, or has everything been predetermined since the universe began? Free will question. A trolley problem is playing out before you. Do you actually have a choice in the situation, or has everything been predetermined since the universe began? But you have a choice to do. Here's the thing, guys. You literally have a choice to do everything. And it actually runs through your head when you have that choice. A lot of people act like they don't have a choice to do certain actions, but you really do. There are things that can overwhelmingly deter you from certain behaviors and influence you to do certain behaviors. But at the end of the day, you are the one choosing to do the thing. You solve philosophy. You killed 54 people. Hell yeah. That's probably low.